Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer that this video is obviously not going to be 6 hours. It's been split up between three other parts. Day 46, day 47, and 48 should all be around 2 hours each. I decided to not keep the original 6 hour long video. I wanted to make sure you guys had more content over the course of a week, so that's why I decided to split it. Just be mindful of that as we go through these episodes and I'm talking about 6 hour videos. Clearly it's not going to be that case. Just want to let you guys know. Without further ado, let's get into it. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. This is going to be a very long episode, longer than usual. I'm going to treat this episode like a live stream since I can't live stream this game for you guys yet. I'm hoping to get to that obviously sometime over the summer. But this will be a longer episode. I'll probably be recording this in several parts, like it's midnight at the time I'm recording now, because again, this usually is a good time for me to record my days, depending on what I have to do, I should say, and how things are looking. Sometimes we'll start earlier, sometimes we'll start later. And this week is just, I've been fortunate that I can, sleep in for once and get some things done for you guys. So like I said, longer episode. I suspect this will be 3 or 4 hours long. So hopefully you guys will enjoy, as always. So we're getting right into the mix of things here. Cassius Gal is up. And it's a grade 3 for her. It's pretty much where we've been keeping her because she's still not grade 1 ready yet. Like if you look at her data, her stats are slow. I mean, Guts is about to hit 70. Speed will be hitting 70 soon. So will Feel and Temper. Like she's close. I still would like to win a grade 1 before her 4-year-old season is over. So I will look for one after this race. And naturally, if you guys hadn't figured it out, because it is a later time that I'm recording this, my energy will also not be as high as it usually is during the daytime. So yeah, I thought last episode was pretty productive overall. I'm glad that I've gotten exposed to Big Monster, because now if I'm looking at other fillies or colts to buy in the market, I know I'm going to avoid horses with really bad response ratings. For the most part, unless they have a certain stat that I really want to breed in, then that's a different story. But it's a headache to race with. Honestly, it's just a headache to even race with horses like that. So I'd prefer to just avoid it. Now, I have no space to go because AI is always just in the way. Now, we have a really good run here for Catch This Gal. And now let's see if she can pull away. We're getting some resistance from the 13. Yep. She still tires out quite a bit, despite the fact that I've made a huge effort to work on her stamina. She's still... We finished way worse than what we were supposed to. That just wasn't the ideal situation. Of course, I would have... If I wouldn't have gotten blocked, that could have helped us deal on the stretch. Yeah, this game is definitely the worst when it comes to the AI blocking. It's definitely the worst. But we're switching gears to Royal Robin. He's up in this first stakes. We've won this race several times. He's not the favorite. Beauty Value is. Now that's going to be a hard horse to beat. But Royal Robin's been looking very strong. So both of his speed and staying are now in the 80s. Stamina's in 75. I mean, we did right by him. From Absurd Dream out of Scabbit, I will keep saying, because I'm just still shocked that those two created a very consistent horse compared to Crimson Art and Scabbit. So I mean, this isn't bad. It's not bad. I mean, we can certainly work with this. Yeah, we know what to do with him, and getting this win would be big time for us. So we'll see. And what do you know? His father has the record here. Which we probably set with him. So it's usually the theme at a lot of these races. You know, the offspring are always here competing, trying to break their parents' record, and they seldom do. On average, they don't really break their parents' record, so. Which they should. But original horses usually have very high stats in the categories that they do have them in, so. My created horses are originals. They just don't have those type of stats yet. They're getting there. Definitely getting there. For sure. I mean, we'll get a horse occasionally with like that really high speed rating or something. I wonder if Royal Robin, I wonder if his stats will hit 90. I really do. I doubt it though, because he has the growth type of his father, Absurd Dream. So he'll be peaking. He'll probably be peaking after this year, to be honest. But, I mean, he's already won 4 grade 1s on the dirt. So, it's not like need a whole lot more from him. We're going to get him going. No Revo. We don't need it, though. Now, we're looking for beauty value, right? Where's beauty value? We have a long way to go, and beauty value is still running hard. There's nothing we can do. Royal Robin's a great horse, but we're not going to beat Beauty Value today. But it's second place, and Beauty Value barely won. I mean, we get a second place finish, not even beaten by a length, up there with Beauty Value. Royal Robin has turned out to be a much better horse than I could have ever dreamed of. And that's a solid effort. That's a really solid effort. 3/4 of a length we lost that race by. 3/4 of a length, man. Just if we had a little bit more stamina or speed or something, that would have made a big difference, and we probably would have finished out and won that race. We could have beaten Beauty Value, and I apologize for that. Something just fell, but it's all right. Nothing important. So, Kesha's gal, she's still developing. I know she is. So I still have to remain patient with her. In fact, what is her training regimen on now? Stamina as it should be. Yep. Just want to make sure, because sometimes I'll forget. Like once you get through playing this game in your seasons, sometimes when you're in the midst of just racing back to back to back, I sometimes forget to make sure that my horses are under the proper regiment that I want them under. And I think the speed stamina regimen has worked for Royal Robin with his stats for sure. But he's still getting stronger, so maybe he won't peak as quickly as I think. I mean, Absurd Dream has a very average growth spurt, I think. I think it's average. I don't think it's fast, but he did. I mean, Absurd Dream, we only raced for about, what, a year and a half, and he was done. He has very good stats as Royal Robin, so using him as a sire, I think, will actually be worthwhile, because he doesn't have a bad stat across the board, so we have some confidence with him. Now, Cassius Gal, we got to get her a grade 1. The King Cup Autumn could be a good test next month. So I'm going to run her in this open now, just to kind of prep her for that. We'll have a handicap? Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just save her for the King Cup. Yeah, I'll save her. I could run her in a grade 2, but I want her at 100%. Where's King Cup Autumn? We'll see what she does with that. And then Royal Robin. Osaka Derby. I really want to run him in that Osaka Derby right now. He's in the green, but I think we can chance it. So yeah, unlocking the GWS, as we kind of switch gears to that, it's difficult in this game because I can't keep track of what races I've already completed. I think I said in the last episode, so I'm not sure what to focus on. I've looked through it like more times than I can count. I think the only thing I need to still do is like win the mid-distance races, 10 grade 1s, but I swear I feel like I've done that over my horse's career, because like you don't have to do it all in one season. Like people will keep saying it has to all be done in one year. Like it does not in this game. Or Gallop Racer 3. There's only certain titles that require you to win the races in the same year. Most of them you just have to get it over the horse's career. So I feel like I'm close, but clearly I'm still missing a couple of races. And this game just, it doesn't tell you. But we're here in the Osaka Derby. We're actually the favorite with Royal Robin, and Odd Trigger is here, but that's the only threat we really have. So we're both going to be running the same leg types. Maybe that horse will run into some traffic, I don't know, but we have a chance to win this Osaka Derby with Royal Robin, and that's what we're going to try to do. I mean, we were so close to winning that Fur S against Beauty Value. I mean, so close. Royal Robin, unfortunately, still think his stamina is good. It's probably the best we've had for a original horse, actually, like our own created horse, I should say. I don't think we've ever had any of our created horses hit 75 stamina, so he's the first, and it still feels like he still needs a little bit more of that when he's up against horses like Beauty Value, you know what I mean? A little bit more speed would also probably help on top of that. I mean, 82 is fine. Like, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying when it comes to, like, beating out the best horses, I think a little bit more stamina and speed would help us. A little bit more speed gets us closer to the end faster, and then the stamina allows us to keep that speed up. So I'm looking for Odd Trigger, who is running as a closer. Like, literally just stalking right behind us. Again, I'm hoping that horse runs into traffic. I'm going to make my move a lot sooner than I normally would. Because these dirt tracks are always tricky in this game. They're a lot harder than they are in 2004. So, with Royal Robin, I'm going to make sure I get him moving right between these horses. Because got to keep leverage and distance between ourselves and Odd Trigger. If we do that, this is another G1 win for our boy Royal Robin. So the 7 is still behind us in all the traffic. We may get lucky here. Now I want to save as much ground as possible with Royal Robin, as much stamina. We have a great runoff. Odd Trigger is nowhere in sight. Here we come with Royal Robin. Down the stretch we come in the Osaka Derby. Odd Trigger, does this horse have space? No, Odd Trigger is still behind us. We may get lucky here. Odd Trigger is coming. But we just cleared it. That horse was only going to be able to do so much without any traffic. And it's another grade 1 win for Royal Robin. Let's freaking go. It is another grade 1 win. It's his 5th on the dirt here, ladies and gentlemen. It's his 5th. Let's freaking go. No expectations for this horse, and of course he's achieving more than the horse I had big expectations for. That's just how my luck works in this game. It's just how it works, man. But you know what? I can't complain because now I know I just need to not have crazy expectations with my horses. That'll probably make it easier. So if they do well, I'll be really happy. If they don't do well, I won't be super disappointed. Despite the pedigree. Give me a decent camera angle, please. Thank you. There we go. Royal Robin, what a horse you're turning into. My gosh. Again, this is another win for him. I'm not even going to play the replay back on that one, but I have no complaints. This horse is doing more than I expected. And again, it just highlights the fact that Absurd Dream and Scabbard are actually a good combination to breed. Which is also why I do experimental breeding, because if I would just do what probably most people do, or some of you guys would tell me to do, I wouldn't even breed those two, and then I would miss out on having a horse like Royal Robin. Like, that is why I do the experimental breeding. I know sometimes it doesn't make sense, or it seems like it's a waste of time. For me, it's not. And no, we get the title already? So it's only 5 for Dirt Champ. I thought it was 6. Like, people on these forums, like, that was his 5th dirt win. Then he gets the title. It's only 5 wins, but the forums say 6. Like, people are misleading. Maybe somebody accidentally made a typo, because it's definitely, all of them are, for the most part, are only 5. So, let's go. He gets a title as a 3-year-old as Royal Robin. That is what we want to see. And he was in the green for that as well. Keep that in mind. 11 meets, 7 wins, and 5 of those 7 have been grade 1 victories for Royal Robin. And he's still improving. So we've already gotten him that title. What should we focus on with him now? Let's see. 9 to 14. He certainly has stamina. I definitely need to try some G1, some turf G1s. There's nothing else for him to really do with dirt. What I could focus on, I really should probably focus on, let's see, 3-year-old wins 5 grass G1s. It's not us. Old horses win 5 G1s. He's not an old horse yet. 3-year-old win 3 dirt G1 races. There are 3-year-olds only. Well, that's something I have to do to unlock the GWS, but I don't know if these races were strictly 3-year-olds or not. I can't remember if they were. Let me look at the calendar. It's confusing. I don't know what to do. Like, the GWS is going to be so frustrating to try to unlock in this game because I'm going to have to do so much backtracking. So we've won the Osaka Derby, the Long Beach Cup, Louisville Derby, LA Derby. I'm going to go to the info office and see if any of those were 3-year-old onlys. Well, I know the Louisville Derby for sure is. I have to keep track of this stuff so that way I don't go backwards when you know, whenever I get a new horse or we're trying something different. So he would be for dirt. No, he hasn't won anything on this dirt path, has he? Major Rivers won a crap ton. I swear she's not that good. Yeah, he's won nothing on the dirt path. I just want to look at the calendar. What am I doing? I just want to look at the calendar. So let me see. His first grade 1 win was last year, and it was the Sunrise S, I think. So that's 2-year-olds, okay. And then after that, his next grade 1 win was Kyoto. No, it couldn't have been. It's 4-year-olds and up. February S is also 4-year-olds. What other grade 1 did he win after that? Okay, so he's won LA Oaks. No, it's for the fillies. LA Derby, so that was 3 years old only. Crap, what am I doing? Sorry. So he won the LA Oaks, or excuse me, the LA Derby, which was for 3-year-olds only. And then we came back and ran in the Louisville Derby. He won that. And then, did we win the Caesars Cup? I thought we did. I think we won the Caesars Cup, so that's at least 2, right? But is the Caesars Cup 3 years old or no, 4 years old? So we couldn't have run that. Never mind. I keep forgetting. Tokyo Derby. I swear we won the Tokyo Derby, right? That's another 3-year-old race. That's 3 he's won for sure that were 3-year-olds only. Like 100%. Did he run anything here? I don't think so. And then we just won the Osaka Derby. He's won at least 4 grade 1s with 3-year-olds only. So I've probably, let me see. If that's 4, he's needed to win how many? Yeah, he won. He's already checked that box off. So I don't need to focus on that. I'll get him in another race here. But yeah, he's already won 3. So I need to put this down right quick so I don't forget. Hidden races. Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we've already achieved at least one of the categories. So I don't have to think about it anymore. So yeah. Okay. That's good to know. I'm going to wait till he's blue again, which isn't going to be for a while. He doesn't have great health, so he can't bounce back like other horses can. Now, only other G1 for him is the Tokyo Cup. Is he really going to be down that long? It's only September right now. Yeah, wow, he's not going to be blue for a while. I mean, we just won a title with him, so there's really no point to, like, rush him into a race. I'll put him in that Tokyo Cup. Maybe he'll get some sort of award as best dirt horse, even though he's won nothing on the path. Yeah, he's definitely won at least Long Beach Cup. I forgot about that one. Was that 3 years old as well? So yeah, he won the Sunrise S, which is 3. Yeah, at least 4 of his 5 Grade 1 wins were 3-year-old conditions met. So I don't have to focus on that anymore in regards to like unlocking the GWS. Now 2-year-olds winning one category, we've done that as well actually. The 2-year-old, you just have to win a G1 as a 2-year-old, which is exclusively a 2-year-old G1. So I got both of those things. Now winning 5 grass G1s as a 3-year-old, I swear I've done that with the horse, but I just can't remember for sure. I swear it's the older horse categories that are holding me back. And that's what I'm going to have to keep track of. Because the older horse categories are like win 5 G1 dirt G1s, which we've definitely, I feel like I've done that. There's an older horse grass category where you have to win 5 short distances, 5 G1s at 1,600 meters or less. Then there's another one for middle distance. You have to win 5 grade 1s at 2,000 meters or less with an older horse, which would mean 4 years old and up. And then there's one with middle distance again, but you have to win 10 G1s 2,000 meters or under. I feel like that's where we're still behind, and that's what we need to do, because I feel like we've achieved everything for the 2 and 3-year-old categories from my understanding. Maybe the grass one we haven't. I haven't kept track. I can't remember if we've had 5 grade 1s with the turf horse as a 3-year-old. I feel like we had with either one of the mares we have now, Scotch Dancer, Perfect Partner, Dear Puffy. I mean, those gals that we've used. I swear one of them we won at least 5 grade 1s in their 3-year-old season, but I can't remember. So, like I said, I think the best thing is just to focus on the older horse categories. And just make sure I'm keeping track of that for any of my horses after they're 4 years old. Arda Crimson didn't start winning grade 1s until after he was 4. So I feel like he would have won a couple, right? And I think I can just do it with whatever horse. I mean, I can do it with any horses. It's not like I have to do it with the same horse. I think you just have to have an accumulative value of whatever that number is. I don't think the game cares if you've done it with, like, I can't move. Are you kidding me, man? Just in the freaking way. I hate the AI in this game so much. Just messing up everything. Now we got to run these horses down if we're even going to have a chance. And our race is ruined because, as always, the AI just get in the way. That's so obnoxious, man. That's so freaking stupid. It really is. It's the only thing about having horses that want to run at the back. Like, you're at the mercy of the AI in this game. We could have easily won. We were going to win that race. Like, that's just a stupid race to lose. But I should have went for the outside. This horse has the ability for it. That's also my fault for just falling asleep, I guess. It's a grade 1 for Big Monster. I swear she's already peaked. I think her stats have started to drop. Ambies in this field. It's a competitive field. Arctic Crop, main fact. Lemon Salin, Cruel Death. Very competitive Sprinters Cup. But I have endurance on my side. So I am going to get things going with Big Monster very early and see if we can hold off. But I'm worried that these faster sprinting horses are going to be able to just simply outrun us in the stretch. But maybe not. No, that's a good start. I'm already going to move her to the inside just to make sure we have some good leverage. And it's not a huge field. No, it is a 14-horse field. I lied. So I have to keep her right here. Going to keep Big Monster right here. Now I'm going to get her moving up because, again, remember, she takes a long time to get going. Look at how much stamina she has left. I have to wail on the whip, and I over-whipped her, which already could have hurt her momentum. She just has such a bad response rating, which we already know. It messes up so much for me. It really does. It's just nothing you can really do. I just can't wait to breed this out. She finishes 4th. I can't wait to breed that bad response rating out, man. I cannot wait, because everything else is perfectly fine with her. Finished 1 spot higher than what we were supposed to, and we actually get an S on the stretch. What's her guts rating? Isn't it supposed to be decent? Because I feel like... Let me check. Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. I swear it was in the 90s, but I could be totally misremembering. Yeah, her guts rating's 92, but I feel like we don't even get that when we're on the whip. Yeah, her stats have massively dropped. She's certainly underachieved. Mainly that's my fault. Only 2 grade 1 wins and 3 wins overall, but like I don't want her stats to keep dropping, so I'm just going to go ahead and retire her now. And we're going to go ahead and replace Sweet Dream because I still plan on using everybody else. Sweet Dream had good speed and some other stats, but nah. So she's only going to be B ranked. No big deal, honestly. Be a legend, my bad, bro. We'll get you into a better position next time. It's coming along. He's got 4 stats in the 70s now. He should have a pretty sustained growth type. So, let's see where we can put him. Run him in this European 2-year-old G1. Why not, man? If he wins that, that'd be pretty good, right? And I'm going to keep this spot open because I plan on doing breeding next season between Big Monster and Vivid Legend for sure. I want to get another Big Monster. General today, you have no abilities, but my goodness, you look like a decent filly to me. With 71 response, 63 stamina, but like... What's her growth type? Average? Ugh. I like this filly, but like... I want to do breeding next year. This filly would almost be better than Big Monster, technically. In fact, hold on. Let me think about this, because Cassius Gal is still growing. Royal Robin... Has he peaked already? His speed was at 82 and it dropped. He may have... Yeah, he's probably already peaked. I have all month to decide. Yeah, I may retire him, and then I can pick up that other filly and still have an extra slot. He's definitely peaked already. Even despite winning that race. It's only because Absurd Dream has such a quick growth type. That's the only downside of using Absurd Dream. Very quick peaking horse, so anybody that comes from him is going to also only have one really good season. But Royal Robin's already achieved more than I could ask. He won 5 G1s and he got a title, which is most important. So, Big Monster, B and S, go figure. So yeah, you see her response is E. We will breed that out with Vivid Legend. Everything else is pretty solid. Power, I don't care that her power rating isn't like the greatest. C for feel. But double S for temper and guts. We're going to get very disciplined foals from her. And like I said, using Vivid Legend with his S response rating, we can definitely breed that out because all the other stats are pretty good. So you look at her stats, this is his with S response. I can breed that out. Guts, she has a good guts rating, so it shouldn't hurt too bad. I mean, we should be able to get something pretty solid from the both of them. See how that works. And then I'll use Royal Robin to probably replace Mr. T, because even though he has A on the left side of his traits, the right side is D's and F's. Like I would never use him again. Actually, let's look at the foals too. Let's see how they're developing while we're at it. Perfection. He's already 5-star potential, 5-star fitness, 4-star toughness, 4-star discipline. He is from Vivid Legend out of Perfect Art. He should be another great foal for us. And then Dear Vivid Dream, our most recent one for Vivid Legend, and Dear Puffy, 3-star discipline. This is going to be a very, very disciplined, easy to work with horse from my understanding. Shouldn't have a temper. That's very nice to know. So the breeding is getting better. It is getting better for the most part. We're just ironing out the last couple of things. But honestly, Royal Robin, he won a title. I can't really ask much more for him. Much more from him, I should say. Meant to I meant to screenshot the stats of Big Monster before I retired her. I like to keep that in mind, which I'll probably just have to go back and look through this episode. I like to know the horse's individual stats before I retire them for breeding. It does help out a lot. But yeah, Royal Robin, he achieved everything he needed to achieve within a 3-year-old season, and he got a title. So, yeah, like, I'm very happy with him. I'm very happy with what he's done for us, especially considering I had 0 expectations. So I can retire him, I think, with, you know, that in mind. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you're going to replace Mr. T. A as usual, because I think my horses need even better stats probably to go in there as S. I mean, Vivid Legend won 7 titles, and he still only went in there as A. I think it's the stats as well that may help, but I've also seen on the forum some people don't think there's any real logic to it. So who knows? But a double S classification. So everybody is S and double S for classifications, which is good enough. We're not crazy about that. His stats are very average. I did say I wanted to retire him for use him for breeding 1 year, just because I think he has very good stats. He's actually... yeah, he's our first original colt that actually has B stamina. We've never had a colt with B stamina, so that's good. If I wanted to use him, but he has an average growth type. I just don't want that, you know. Like Sustain for Vivid Legend, Art of Crimson, and Crimson Art. I want sustained growth types, because once my horses have better stats from an earlier point in their careers, having that sustained growth type is just going to allow us to do so much more. So with all that being said, I am going to get that filly General today, because that's hard to resist. And she's only 51k, not that the money matters. Her stamina is not the hottest, but the rest of her stats are pretty average across the board. She's a solid dirt horse. I do want her, but I'm like, who would I replace? Now that I think about it, would I replace Scabbit? She has no abilities. But she's very solid, man. She really is. But her stamina is not great, braking and temper, which I can do without those. The stamina is a little bit lower, but I do like her. But it's like, if I get her, what am I trying to achieve, right? What am I trying to achieve? She'll still have C or D rank stamina at best. And I don't necessarily want to put any more brood mares here that don't have good stamina. Like stamina for Scabbit is C, Honeybee C, Perfect Art D, Deer Puffy C. A Big Monster is the first filly, or first mare we've had with B stamina. So like I don't want to put another horse with like okay stamina in here, despite the fact that the rest of her stats are pretty decent. Like if I were to retire her, I'd replace Scabbit, but Scabbit does still have Closer and Stretch Burst, which I like as abilities. I don't want to get rid of that. Maybe Perfect Art, as great as Perfect Art was, I don't know if... I don't want any more foals from her with bad stamina, unfortunately. So maybe I would have replaced her with Perfect Art. But again, General today has no abilities herself. So as tempting as that is, it's probably best I just move on. Especially considering what I'm trying to do. I wouldn't want to backtrack just for a horse with good stats. I do need fillies with good stats, very good stats, but I need them with good stats and very, very good stamina. If it's not anything above 75, like I can't do it anymore. So we're up in this G1 with Be a Legend. We're not the favorite. We certainly have a chance to win. 7 furlongs. Make sure I keep him on the outside, as I should have done in the last race with him. That would have helped out a lot. But I did forget about it that quickly and forgot he has that as an ability. Yeah, still working on his stamina. Honeybee didn't have great stamina. It's better than Perfect Art, her half sister, but still. Me much better stamina than what we've got, so. Sir Dream, it's such a shame that he's such a fast peaking horse, because with his average stats across the board, him and Scabbit, I mean, imagine if we could have raced Royal Robin for like another 2 or 3 years at that level. That would have been amazing. But that average growth type it's good to have at least one sire there, unless you know, for some titles or awards you want to get really quickly that are only relevant to 2 and 3 year olds. That's when a sire like Absurd Dream is good to have around. But for the most part, like, it's not a whole lot of titles or awards you're going to need to get with 2 and 3 year olds. A lot of them will come from just racing longer over time and just accumulating as many G1 wins as you can. For sure. But I know we'll get an Absurd Dream and Scabbit type of horse. Probably, hopefully from Vivid Legend and Big Monster, to be honest. Now we're coming from a long way back. These horses are going to start moving out. That's fine. Okay, we get From Outside. And we get a Revolution. This is our win for Be a Legend. Could this be his first Grade 1 win already here, ladies and gentlemen? It's a furlong and a half left to go. And he's going to do it. This race is going to be over. Vivid Legend is going to pass Cutting Crystal to get up here for his first Grade 1 win in Europe, in Cambridge. That is a big time win for our boy. Big win. Big win for Be a Legend. There's no photo, bro. We win that clearly. Be a Legend has gotten his first Grade 1 victory with us from Vivid Legend out of Honeybee. Yes, that is what we're talking about. That is what we are talking about. We're already in rhythm with this guy. Already in rhythm. What an absolutely fantastic run and result from Be a Legend. Like, I love to have a horse like that, and with a sustained growth type. We should be able to do this for a while, I'm hoping. At least until he's 5 years old. And we set the record. We're supposed to finish 5th and we finished 1st. What a freaking result for Be a Legend. You see, he's a real closer. He has the speed to make running as a closer work. Arda Crimson wanted to run as a closer, didn't have closing speed. Big Monster, kind of the same thing. She wanted to run as a closer. Doesn't have real closing speed. Those horses were fast, but you need to be faster than fast. You need to be almost like lightning fast for a closer to really work, with some good stamina in there as well, some good discipline. Big Monster, she was just too slow to even know when she should get going. And Arda Crimson was just too slow. Like, his speed never hit 80, I think. He was always going to be average at best for his speed, so that hurt him. But Be a Legend, what a drive. Beautiful drive here. Getting past Cutting Crystal. I knew we had that race won. The second the Revolution kicked in, I saw the ground we were making. That is a fantastic, double S's on everything. Perfect race with us and Be a Legend. Let's freaking go. About time. About freaking time. And that's he's still only 2 years old, for crying out loud, right? Or is he 3 now? No, he's still only 2. Gets his first Grade 1 already. Yeah, he's only 2. So that's exactly how you want it to start. And I may run him in Europe again. Why not? 2 Grade 1 wins as the 2-year-old makes big waves and a lot of news and noise for us. The Young Crown Cup as well. I'm going to run him in this. He has the health. He has the health to run a lot of races, which is a good sign. So the fact that he's already this strong as a 2-year-old, I'm really happy about. Vivid Legend and Honeybee. That's a line we may have to stick to. If Vivid Legend and like Big Monster don't give us anything better, but lines we know work for sure. Absurd Dream and Scabbit, Vivid Legend and Honeybee. But Absurd Dream and Scabbit I don't want to do because of the early growth type with Absurd Dream foals. Cassius Gal, she's still developing. She's got 3 stats in the 70s now. Guts has finally hit 71. Temper, feel are going to hit 70s soon. Same for her staying and speed. In fact, she'll have all of her stats in the 70s except for stamina, power, and braking. But those could also hit 70. And again, she is from Crimson Art and Dear Puffy. So a lot of experimentation, but we're finally starting to see which parents work the best together. That way we can continue to breed the best lines going forward and breed stronger ones. Cassius Gal, she's up in the King Cup Autumn. Middle of the road odds as always. It's a tough field. So, unfortunately, she's getting closer to being grade 1 ready. I was hoping we were going to win this year. I think that's what I said in the last episode. She's still growing a little bit slower than I thought, so that's why we haven't put her in a G1 until now, I think. Yeah, I thought her stats would already be in the 70s. They're getting there, though. So it's just coming along a little bit slow. And what do you know? Vivid Legend has the record here. A revolution would certainly help us win this race, because I don't know if we're going to win it on merit alone. It's no disrespect to our girl. It's just like she's still growing. She's still not even at her peak yet. Not even close. Now, she'll be comfortable if I run her here, so I'm just going to keep her here. We'll do the best we can. Cassius Gal, she still needs a grade 1 for sure. Which I know it's going to start. If it doesn't happen today, they'll definitely start popping up in her 5-year-old season, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Let me be a little bit more realistic. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe winning grade 1s with her will not be as easy as I thought. There's really nothing bad about her with the exception of her feel. Like, when I tell her to go faster, she'll go too fast. If I tell her to slow down, she slows down too much. Those are about the worst things about her, but like everything else is okay. Okay. She's still got a good drive here. Very good drive, but the win is not happening, and I didn't think it was. She's still not quite here yet for whatever reason. But we're going to fall down. I felt like we fell down a lot lower than what we were supposed to finish. So I'm still going hard with stamina with her. I still feel like she needs it more. We're supposed to finish 10th. We finished 9th. Okay. Double S on the stretch. It didn't feel like it. But we've been doing the best we can with her. I mean, most of our evals have been pretty on point. So we're in the ballpark. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I'm not going to do what I did with Art of Crimson and have these huge, crazy expectations. I'm still excited to see what she'll be like at the grade 1 level, but I'm not going to say she's going to be a multi-title dominant grade 1 champion. I felt like because I was in rhythm with her early on, it will make it easier to win grade 1s when the rest of her stats start to get up to par. Guts just moved up to 72 already from one race, so yeah, like I said, she's still developing, and stamina's at 60. It's not bad, but it needs a lot more work still for her to be competitive, I think, against those other grade 1 horses. That's why I just have her doing stamina training. I don't think she needs anything else. Speed could help, but again, if I'm going to use her as a broodmare, I want to make sure she has like B-level stamina. Because if not, then using her as a broodmare may not be worthwhile. We will run her in the Mile Champ Cup. I think that's a race we can win under the right circumstances. It's not that difficult to win if you run it right. Even if you have a horse like this, I mean, we could certainly win it. She has Closer and Stretch Burst. I like those two abilities. I think she'd be a good broodmare to have back there. Maybe she could even replace her mother, Dear Puffy, right? That's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we can replace Dear Puffy with Catch This Gal, her daughter. And then, yeah, we can just kind of make that go from there. Be a Legend. He's up in this grade 1, the Capella Stakes. We're back over in Europe. And again, odds, which means we have a chance to win. In fact, we are actually the third favorite, so we certainly have a chance to win this. 8 furlongs. We can take our time and hopefully get another W for Be a Legend. Another grade 1 at that as a 2-year-old. It would be awesome to get another grade 1 for him. I think it's very possible, man. He has great closing speed. He's very responsive. It's nice having a horse that's very responsive again. He certainly has a chance. So let's see what he can do. Here in France. Not a perfect start, but we don't really need it. And we're off and running in the Capella Stakes with Be a Legend. We're going to drop him back here. Not too far, though. I don't want to be out of contention. And the good thing is the other leg type triangles are also a little bit shaded. So like I can really run him anywhere between last place and like 4th or 5th, depending on the race. Of course, for the most part, I would rather save stamina with him since I know he has real closing speed. Like, I don't mind sitting back here when I know I have a true closer. It's very frustrating to be on a horse at the back of the field when you know they're not a real closer. You know what I mean? Like, that is frustrating. Here we go from outside. I love that. Let's get going. Well, now let's move in. No Rebo, but we're going to catch this 5 horse. Oh, it's us in the 5. Be a Legend. See, this is what I mean. This is a real closer. Big Monster. She's not a real closer. Art of Crimson wasn't a real closer. This is a real closer, and it's going to be his 2nd grade 1 for Be a Legend. That wasn't beauty value. That's another gray. But my goodness, Be a Legend is becoming a legend. That's his 2nd grade 1 as a 2-year-old. Again from Vivid Legend out of Honeybee. That's a breeding that clearly works. So, that's very good to know. It's another freaking grade 1 for Be a Legend. There's a 2nd one. As a 2-year-old, mind you. As a 2-year-old. I do wonder how he would handle the dirt. Because with his stats, I feel like Triple Crown could be possible. You know what I mean? If I wanted to run him on the dirt. It's a beautiful shot there. Be a Legend, the Capella Stakes winner. And it's another grade 1 victory for this 2-year-old colt. What else can we say, man? Let's go ahead and watch that back. So happy with breeding works and you have success with the offspring. Like, that's already a 2nd grade 1 win. I'm pretty sure he's already almost 40% of the way there to a title, depending on the distance. So, and also with Vivid Legend, he's still going to have a pretty late growth type. I think at his earliest, he'll peak at like 5. At his earliest, he should peak at 5. I'd be shocked if he peaked as a 3 or 4-year-old. I really would be. Vivid Legend didn't peak until he was about 6, right? So, with Be a Legend, I mean, considering where his stats are right now, he could get even stronger. And I'm hoping that his name, he'll live up to his name, and he will literally become a legend for us as the strongest created colt we've ever had in this series or 2004, and maybe even Gallop Racer 3. I'm hoping. Beautiful run there. And we get there easily. The 8 was coming, but I had no worries. Had no worries at all. It's S on the stretch. That's a real closer. If I don't have a horse like that as a closer, then I don't really want to run the horse as a closer because it's just going to be miserable time. Like, any horse that can't do that, I think should be able to run closer towards the front. They'll benefit from that more. Big time stuff there from Be a Legend. Still only C ranked. But that's 2 grade 1 wins. That is 2. And 6 starts, 2 grade 1 wins, and both in Europe on very tough courses against very tough competition. Response is going to move up to 90 eventually. He does get that from Vivid Legend, which is great. He has the speed of his mother, and stamina we're going to continue to work on. But Be a Legend already doing fantastic things for us. We're going to get him in one more grade 1, which will be... guess the Uncrowned Cup will be in the green, but I think 8 furlongs and it's a normal grade 1. I think we're very capable of winning that. So let me make sure I put this in my notes right quick. Big Monster is gone. And so is Royal Robin. I'll move his stuff. Just moving these things around in my spreadsheet, so bear with me for 1 second here. And Be a Legend. Let's see. His grade 1 wins have come at 7 furlongs and 8. Very good. Okay, so G1. Let's see. G1 win at 7 furlongs and 8 furlongs. So he's got 2. So he's already on pace for I think he's on pace for sprint or mile champ. Let me see. Definitely, or maybe all-rounder as well. My spreadsheet's taking forever to pop up, so I apologize. Let's get into the next race, though, as it loads. Spreadsheet, come on, man. There we go. Okay, so sprint champ, he still needs 4 more grade 1s. Mile champ, he'll need 4 more. See, that's what I mean. In this part of the notes, somebody has this as like 5 or 6 wins, and you only need 5, from my understanding. All-rounder, we could get him. 1 G1 turf win at 8 furlongs or less. Another win between 8.5 and 11.5. And then 12 or more. Maybe all-rounder is going to be tough because I don't know if he has the endurance for 12 furlongs. But you know what? If he has a very sustained growth type, I could get a title every year, which means winning a grade 1 from 2 to 8. That's actually possible with him. Be a Legend. Like, I would like to retire him with his stats intact, but let's be honest here. With his growth type, we may be able to race him for, like I said, hopefully till 6 at the minimum. I think winning a grade 1 at 7 and 8 with his stats would not be impossible. Now we're here with the Mile Champ Cup with Cassius Gal. Again, same odds as always. She's still not quite grade 1 ready. Aunt B's in this field too. Yeah, she's still not quite ready. Have we had any really successful Crimson Art falls? Crimson Art and Perfect Partner made Perfect Art. Crimson Art and Scotch Dancer made Honeybee. So those two have hit it on the nail. Art of Crimson underachieved, but he still ended up winning 6 grade 1s. And I think he still got a title. So, did he get a title? Art of Crimson? I can't remember if he did. He won 6 grade 1s, so he just underachieved for what I thought he should have been able to do. But maybe not. Maybe Crimson Art and Scabbit, that was the best they were going to produce with Art of Crimson, and he actually did exactly what he needed to. Point being, most of Crimson Art's foals have had success at being multi-time grade 1 winners, which is important. So, Cassius Gal, I think, will be the same case. She's still developing clearly. I hope she'll have a monster of a 5-year-old season. One can hope. And that's what she'll start racking up her grade 1s. I thought it was going to happen this year as a 4-year-old, but she developed a lot slower than I thought this year. So, 5-year-old season, she should be ready to really dominate. I'm hoping. Bad position. Oh my goodness, we're fine. We are fine. Okay. Move out the way. My gosh. So stupid. So stupid. Now the 13 is just taking off on us. Okay, she gets stretch burst. Are we going to come back at the 13? We're not, but she's going to finish in the top 3 in this grade 1 here. That's a good effort. That's a really good effort from Cassius Gal. That shows me some promise at least. That's a good sign of things to come. As long as we can finish like that in a race where we weren't supposed to have much of a chance, that's a good sign of things to come still. We were supposed to finish 9th. We finished 3rd. S on the stretch. I'll take it. I'll take it. Her stamina's getting better. Her speed is getting higher. If anything, running with her, I definitely feel she's not as fast as what we're used to. because we didn't breed her with any of our fast sprinters. Like Dear Puffy was very strong and she was quick, but she wasn't as fast as Scotch Dancer and Perfect Partner. Cassius Gal, stamina's still 60. She still needs better stamina because I want to retire her as a broodmare. So I still need to focus on the stamina. But again, her stats have kind of stagnated to an extent. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 2 months of stamina, then speed, 2 months of stamina. Or maybe I'll just alternate stamina, speed at this point. She needs way more stamina for sure. I should still just focus on that, but I'm going to do speed, stamina, at least up until middle of next year, just to see if it helps her out a little bit. I think she's done. Winner GP. That's going to be much harder for her to win, realistically. I'll give it a shot. You never know. Give it a shot. These will be the last 2 races of this particular year. And then I'll be splitting the recording. So we have a new 1-year-old that's going to be 2 years old soon. We'll be training with that horse. I think it's... Who is it? Is it Perfection? Oh, it's Perfection from Vivid Legend and Perfect Art. So Be a Legend's half-brother will be here soon. And again, he has good enough odds where we can win this. We're sitting outside as the 4th favorite. Regal Soul's in his field, Deep Delight. Could you imagine if we could beat both of them in this race? That'd be pretty big time for Be a Legend to beat both of those guys. He's still improving, which is even better. Speed is at 75, staying at 71. Stamina still not great, but it's moving. Guts hit 70. Yeah, he's still improving. Temper will hit 70 soon. So, yeah, I mean, he's good for what we need to do, man. So that was Catch This Gouge, Be a Legend. Alright. Big race, but I think we can win this. It's only 8 furlongs. We just need to be in the right place at the right time, save enough stamina. These horses aren't going to be able to contain us. Maybe they can. Obviously, Deep Delight and Regal Soul may have something to say about that, but Be a Legend is very fast. He has a pretty good guts rating as well, so we shouldn't be underestimated is what I'm trying to say. At this point, there's Deep Delight. I'm going to keep an eye out for him. He's stronger than Regal Soul. So keep an eye out for Deep Delight. Bad pack crap. Alright. Forgot. Well, he wants to be on the outside. So let's move him. And we have a long way to go to the front. Very, very, very long way. So I'm a little bit worried. I have to make a really, really late move here. Here we go. Good run. Give me from outside, please. No Rebo. No ability from outside, but we're still rolling here with Be a Legend. The 5 and the 3 are moving up there. Here comes Deep Delight on an absolute surge. We're not going to catch the 5 and the 3. Deep Delight's going to go past us. We get bears, but we finish 4th. It's the best we could do, clearly. And I'm not disappointed. That was a tough field. That was a tough race. Maybe in the blue we would have actually had a chance to win it, but for him to have been in green condition and to still do that well. And Crazy Winner, yeah, that was a really tough race, actually. That was going to be tough to win, but still S on the stretch. He finishes 4th. That's not a bad effort for Be a Legend. Not at all. Not at all. Deep Delight was flying. So here we come to the... Oh no, we still have another race? Oh yeah, Catch This Guy on the Winter GP. Yeah, Be a Legend, he's done for the year, but he's already gotten 2 grade 1s as a 2-year-old, so there's nothing to be upset about. Nothing at all to be upset about. Alright. And same odds. It's always the same odds with her. Like, they don't really change. It's always just kind of like middle of the road. You may have a chance or you may not have a chance. I probably should take advantage of running her with fillies too. I know she has that auto ability of fillies okay. Which, I don't ever really notice like a huge difference. But I think with a filly that has that as an ability, it does give her some semblance of an edge under the right circumstances. It still all depends on the rest of the field you're running against and your horse's stats on top of that. But yeah, I probably should be more mindful about trying to stick her with the girls. Run her against the boys when necessary, but I think she'll be a lot stronger against the fillies for sure. Like, a lot stronger. So I may need to stick to that, honestly. Because, like, I'm kind of hurting her if I'm just running her against some horses that she's inherently just going to have a hard time beating, especially if there are some colts with just really good stats. Bad position. She's fine. Game. Relax. Oh, my goodness. So we're in a good spot right now. I think. I swear she wants to be 5th, but like there's 5 horses here, which means she's not going to be happy if she's in 6th, which is so... It's just a stupid thing about the game. I feel like it should... Like, the leg type should have been more flexible with how far away the leader is. Like, if she wants to run closer towards the front, she's closer towards the front. Just because she's literally not ahead of the 5th place horse, which in reality a horse is not going to know what position the other horses are in. She's not going to look and say, oh, that horse is in 6th out of 11th. Like, horses are not thinking about that when racing. So, like, it's stupid that despite her being pretty much, 3 lengths from the lead right now, she needs to be ahead of one horse for that positioning to be considered good. It's so stupid to me. So stupid. So I'm just going to make sure she's ready to strike. I think we're on the rough, but we don't really have a choice. Keep inside leverage. We need some space, but nothing is clearing. I'm still stuck, and I'm still stuck. We're still stuck. Now we can go, but being stuck that long may have messed us up. Let's see how she fights here in deep stretch. 1 furlong left to go. Oh, wow, she gets an ability here with stretch burst. Down the stretch we come with Cassius Gal. She's reeling in, but it's not going to... She could have potentially won that race because those horses didn't even get away from us. If we weren't blocked, she could have won that race. But they literally just didn't leave a gap for me, as usual. I feel like that happens to me a lot. When I watch other, when I watch other people play, anybody that has a YouTube channel, like, I swear the AI just are always giving much clearer paths than my playthroughs. Like, I swear the AI just conveniently leave enough space where it's like, oh, you can get through, but wait, you actually can't get through. And it just halts my momentum. But like when I watch other people's POVs, it's like I don't see the AI do the same thing. It's so goofy. Be a Legend, he's going to have 122 2-year-old rating, so that's not bad, and that's about all we're going to care about. And both of the boys got titles. Royal Robin got best 3-year-old colt from the Louisville Derby. That's amazing. He was the best 3-year-old colt on the track was Royal Robin. And Be a Legend got best 2-year-old colt. Let's freaking go. Let's go. That is good stuff there from Be a Legend. Fantastic stuff. Beauty Value gets Horse of the Year. What's new? Oh, let's go. We get win. We're highest for win average this year. 11 wins out of 34 meets. Blah. But Be a Legend. Let's freaking go. Perfection is half brother though. Looks almost very similar just without the markings. 5-star potential, 5-star finesse, toughness, and discipline. He's from Vivid Legend out of Perfect Art. Now his tack should keep the pink in there somewhere. I don't want to give him a hood. His Perfect Art didn't have one, so I'm gonna have to keep it the same. Does she even have a shadow roll? I don't think she did. So if I were to give him bandages, I would just give him, like, what, all black and, like, pink? Well, her colors are pink and yellow. I would have to do something, like, all yellow with pink for him. Yeah, I would love to give him a hood, but since the parents don't have one, I feel like that would make more sense. I mean, realistically, a lot of my horses that I've raced haven't had hoods. At least not the ones that we have retired. Like, none of the sires have them except for Royal Robin, I think. And then, yeah, Royal Robin and Absurd Dream did. And then as far as the fillies, or the mares, like, none of them have hoods. So inherently, like, my horses will always, they'll always kind of look like the mothers. But you know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit different here with Perfection. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I wonder. See, I don't want to just switch the colors of his mother. I want to give him something unique that really works, while keeping yellow and pink in the mix somewhere. But maybe we'll we do black and yellow? Black and yellow or white and yellow? White and yellow looks weird. Don't really like that. I think we're gonna do black and yellow actually. And we're gonna do black and yellow, give him the blinkers. No shadow roll, and then we'll just give him bandages, which will be white and yellow, white and black. We're gonna just do something kind of still traditional. And as usual, you guys know we're just gonna do guts training. I just don't trust myself with any other training methods. So yeah, we decided to change the tack up a little bit. Because, like, realistically, if I always think about just only doing the attack based off of the brood mares, we'll never have horses with hoods again. And I do like them. I do. Not for everybody. Obviously, certain horses I think look better without them. But I feel like Perfection can use one. I think he deserves that. Now, we actually haven't done any attack like that with the filly in a while, except for Sweet Dream. I think she was the last one. My analog stick is still messing up. 93 will take it. Alright, so that's a good first time session there with Perfection. I'm happy with that. I'm interested what his stats will be. I know the stamina is not going to be great, but I'm very interested what the rest of his stats will be. So what I'm going to do is get these horses into a race, and then I will continue rolling on. Cassius Gal, she's 5 years old now, so the pressure is on this year. She's got to start winning grade 1s for sure. Impost is too high? Seriously? I mean, I don't want to put her in races where she's going to have a handicap. I would like to run her with the fillies. That's a little bit annoying. So she has a handicap and a grade 3 against fillies, but nothing else. I don't know if her stamina is ready for that grade 2. I'm still going to keep her in a grade 3 for the time being. And then Be a Legend. Still improving, as he should be with that late growth type. There's no G1s for him until March at the earliest. There's an Eagle S on the dirt we can run him in, but let's see. To do with you, grade 2? Grade 2 would be better than a grade 3. Top 3 go to the Azalea Cup. I'll do that. That's fine. So that's what we'll do as we continue to roll on here in today's long episode. Alright guys, we're back here. Let's take a short little break. Still technically the same night, but probably my last session of this part of the video. Then I'll record the other 2 hours or whatever I'll still do probably next day or two. So Cassius Gal, she's got 5 stats now in the 70s, as you can see. She's coming along. She is. I just hope that we start to see results as well, because now that she's 5, it's like, okay, now you need to start winning. We actually went on a huge dry spell with her last year. We haven't won a race with her We haven't won a race with her since almost the beginning of last season. So even though she has done so much better than her odds in most of these races, yeah, we haven't won with her in a while. So 31 meets, 6 wins. Unfortunately, that's kind of like, that seems to be the theme with Crimson Art foals. The late growth type is beautiful, but they'll race a lot, and the wins don't start coming in until 4 and 5 years old, mainly 5 years old. And I would like that to start happening sooner, like how it's happening with Vivid Legend. So that's why I'm going to be, you know, mindful about using Crimson Art and his colts going forward. As much as obviously I love him, I don't think he has a big issue, but I do think the fact that his foals take longer to develop with good stats, that will hold us back from achieving certain achievements. See, Vivid Legend has a sustained growth type as well, but Vivid Legend foals, at least from what we're seeing with Be a Legend, they're coming out really good very early on. I don't know what my brain just like froze there. Messed that up. That could have been a higher 90, and it's going to be a not even a 90, 85. I totally blew that. But yeah, it's the only thing I'm thinking about with Crimson Art foals going forward. Great growth type that I love, but they really do take a full 3 years to develop. From 2 to 4, they have to take that whole time getting stronger. And it is still somewhat difficult to win big races with them that between 2 and 4 years old. Once they're 5, then obviously they start to win a lot. But I would like them to start winning sooner, so that's why I'm not going to be using Crimson Art anytime soon. I'm going to stick to Vivid Legend. Royal Robin I may give a shot. Art of Crimson I might try, but I'm not sure. Crimson Art's still very good to use because of his stats, but again, I feel like his foals take a while to develop. Cassius Gal, same odds as she's usually had. She's 5 years old now. She's been very consistent. That's the thing. She's still green when it comes to, I think, showing winning dominance, but she's very consistent at knowing what she needs to do to finish well. So right now, we just need to just get her to winning. And hopefully that starts this year. I mean, it's got to start. First grade 1 we run her in, within the next couple of months. She's got to win that. If she doesn't win that, then I'll be concerned. Because at this point, I think her stats are decent enough for her to win a grade 1 now. She's got 5 stats in the 70s, 5 stats above 70. 2 of them are in the 80s, I think. So she definitely needs to start winning now. But we'll wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm thinking, like I said, I'll replace her over Dear Puffy. Hopefully she achieves more than her mother. That's the plan. Hoping she can start to win quite a bit. I don't know if that gap is going to free up or not. Okay, we are good here. She's still good. Still very good, actually. No Rebel. This is a grade 3. Let's see how she digs in here. Very good. Stretch burst. Okay, she pulls away. It's been a while, but finally she gets a win. Finally she gets a win. And that's beautiful. So, there's the win I've been wanting. And like I said, I think we'll start to do that a lot this season for sure. Title would be nice with her, but again, I'm not going to be too crazy about it like I was with Arctic Crimson, like just kind of going crazy over trying to win and get a title. I should say win, just a bunch of grade 1s and get a title. That's obviously the goal. It's always the goal, but maybe with certain horses you have to be more realistic and understand, okay, this may not be the best option available for us. Be a Legend moves up to B rank already. That speed is going to hit 80. He's coming along so nicely. 6 stats now in the 70s. Still with a sustained growth type. And he's only 3 years old. Yeah, Be a Legend is coming on quite nicely. Yeah, catch this gal. She's improving. Okay, she has 1 stat in the 80, not 2. But you see, her stats are decent enough. Her power is the worst thing. In fact, every one of her stats is 60 and higher except for her power. So I think she's very capable. She's very capable of starting to win a lot. I mean, she's earned 42,000, which is not terrible considering she hasn't won that many races. Like I said, I would like to get her in a grade 1. Climax and the G2 in Dubai. I think that Climax would be a little bit tough for her to do. So what I will do, I'm going to run her... I'm going to save her for that Dubai grade 2. Give her a little bit of time off. She's already raced a lot, so rather focus on better races for her. Heart training with just guts. Did Perfect Art have a bad guts rating? Maybe she did. I can't remember if she did. Let me see. No, Perfect Art had at least a C rank guts rating, I think. So they're recommending heart training. That tells me that this horse's guts rating is not going to be high, but that'd be shocking. I don't know why I'm getting good on those. Analog stick not working. Oh wow, that's so it stopped. I don't know why it just stops working, bro. Like it's a controller thing or the game's not registering, whatever. It's probably both. Frustrating though. That could have been a higher 90, but we'll take it. Yeah, we've done extremely well, blah blah blah. What's new? So this year for breeding we'll be doing Vivid Legend and Big Monster. And I think that'll be it for the Vivid Legend breedings, because that means we would have bred him with everybody. Except for... yeah, with everybody, now I think about it. All the brood mares we would have bred him with. Every single one of them, which is crazy to think. So, Be a Legend's up in a grade 2. Dropping class. Not the favorite. Crazy Winners in this field. That's a little bit annoying. But I think we can still beat that horse. And as you can see, like I said, he's at 6 stats in the 70s now. 2 more that should get there before he peaks, which is Breaking and Temper. Maybe even Stamina as well. In fact, all of his stats could hit above 70 except for Power. But yeah, he's coming along very nicely. Very, very, very nicely. Indeed. So let's see how this goes for Be a Legend. And we're off and racing. So as usual, we're just going to save as much ground with him as possible. I'll just have him kind of tail the field for a good portion of the race. Where's Crazy Winner? I want to make sure we're beating that horse. Okay, Crazy Winner all the way up at the front, so we're gonna have to catch him. Catch him or her. I think Crazy Hunter's a him. But regardless, we're gonna have to catch that horse, but I think we can do that. Just coasting here with Be a Legend. This is very Honeybee-esque, isn't it? This is the same way we ran with Honeybee. At the very back, kind of by ourselves. You know, just kind of stalking the field, waiting to make our move. He really does run like his mother. And then he runs like his father in the stretch. So we're making our move now because I know we have a long way to go from here. Okay. Keep rolling. Don't block me, man. They just move in my way and stop, I swear. They don't even continue to move through their progression. So we're not going to get from the outside. We're chasing Crazy Winner, who is up here on the inside, but I think Crazy Winner is gassed. Yep, Crazy Winner's gassed. Be a Legend pouring on for the photo finish. And I think we just got there at the end. Just got there. That should be us on the line. Yeah, that should definitely be us. I think we just got there in time. It's going to be close. Maybe not. No, we did. Let's go. It's a solid grade 2 win there for Be a Legend. We needed that. He gets it done. True closer, man. There's nothing like having a true closer in this game. There's nothing like it. In fact, that's a good replay to watch since that was a photo finish win. There's nothing like a true closer. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't like it when, you know, we have a horse that just is not capable of having that speed and that tenacity to run as a closer, a true deep closer. But when you have a horse like our guy now, Be a Legend, and then his mother, Honeybee, Perfect Art was not a closer, but she had good closing speed when she ran well. But when we talk about these real closers, Vivid Legend, I think, was close to a closer. I always ran him in the back. I didn't really run him towards the front. It's nothing like having a horse with that speed that you have faith and confidence in can close the gap. I mean, look how far back we are. And I knew what I was doing. Like, I'm not worried. I'm like, yeah, we're like, what, 15 lengths off the lead. We're 5 lengths off from the nearest horse. I'm not bothered because I know my horse has crazy closing speed. He really does run like Honeybee, man. He really does. Really does run like her a lot. And we're starting to make our move. And then we'll just see us explode here. Look at that stride. Look at him really dig into the turf there. And we're going to fit right through. And here we come with Be a Legend. Coming after Crazy Winner. And look at that. Just digging in, digging in, digging in. We're going to come down to the wire and just get there in time. It's exactly how it needs to be done. So very happy with him. Double S on the stretch. See, I can nail the stretch when I'm on the right horse that I like to work with. But if I'm on a horse that is just difficult, you know, and goes against my riding style, then the stretches are going to pop up D's and D's and D's. So that's just me. So he's in the green. Still doing very well. 5 wins at 8 starts. 2 G1s. And what could I put him in? Azalea Cup. Let's do it. Regiment. We still have him on. So I was doing stamina, speed, balance. I hate that his stamina rating's pretty low, though, which is concerning for breeding. Because the best his stamina can get to is like a C at this point, right? That's like the best his stamina will get. Unfortunately. But I'll stick to the training regiment, which is stamina, speed, balance. So, like he said, he's coming along nicely. Very nicely. Very happy with this boy. Alright, we have one more race for this month, and then we'll get to breeding. I don't think there's any more experimental breedings to do that I'm curious about. I'll double check once we get there, but I think we've done everything with the horses available. So now it's just kind of sticking to the best pair and just hoping we can get stronger horses from them. But we still ultimately need to add stronger horses into the mix. Now, Cassius Gal, she's still not favored here. Not even close. She's sitting outside. I know it's a tougher race against tougher horses. I did say I wanted to run her more with the gals this year. I'll try, but it may be difficult. Like, there's not too many grade 1s for fillies only, or, you know, mares only at this point. It's not a whole lot of options for her, so I still think I'm going to have to run her against the boys quite often, because there's just not enough races for fillies or mares exclusively at the grade 1 level. There's a couple, but not a whole bunch. So I don't know if we'll just have to be patient with her. But I do need to try putting her in a grade 1. That's fillies or mares only, and seeing how she handles that. It would be nice for her to just be strong enough to just beat all the boys out, but for whatever reason, she's still not quite there. I don't know what it is. I just feel like she's lacking a little bit of speed. You know what I mean? I feel like she's just lacking speed in the right categories. Or in the right category, right area. She gets a good run here, but this is what I mean. She just she doesn't have any more speed to drive in. Wait, she does get an ability of stretch burst. She's still kicking in. 13 is gone. I think she's going to finish third here. The thing is, despite her odds, she's always finishing very, very consistently. She's always finishing above her odds. We're supposed to finish 11th in that race, and she's finishing 2 lengths behind Missing Whale. 11th with double S on the stretch. I think we're doing everything right. I do. I think we're doing everything right with her. Require a little bit more patience, but ultimately let's just do as well as we can. Title or not. 10 G1s or not. Let's just do the best we can with her. And just hope that these stats carry over for good breeding. As I think they should. She has 2 good abilities. Good distance. Let's get her into a normal grade 1 if available, but I don't know where. King Cup Autumn would be pushing it. Are there any grade 1s fillies only? See, this is what I mean. There's like no exclusive grade 1s for her to run against the other gals. So 3-year-olds and up. I'm gonna run her in Long Beach in that Regal S. That's 8 furlongs. Gotta start running her in grade 1s now. But not a whole lot of good races available for her. So yeah, like I said, we'll just do our best. I'm not gonna have crazy expectations like I did with Heart of Crimson. It may just be that Crimson Art with certain mares may give you good stat foals, but they're not going to be like dominating champions, you know. Maybe they'll win a couple grade 1s, but maybe that's it. I mean, Perfect Art and Honeybee were the exceptions, and I think that worked just because of the brood mares, Scotch Dancer and Perfect Partner. Them being very fast, I think, helped their daughters win a lot. That speed came into hand a lot with us. 97, let's go. Good training there for perfection. I feel like we're gonna have more success with Vivid Legends foals. I do. I think him winning 7 titles will hopefully help them. You know, breeding season has begun, so let's get it done. So looking at who we're going to breed, because like I said, I've done all the experimental breeding I wanted to do. I've bred Crimson Art with Scabbit, Deer Puffy, Big Monster we haven't, but I don't know if I'm willing to like take the chance to do that again. Vivid Legend, however, we've bred with Scabbit. No, we haven't bred Vivid Legend and Scabbit. We've bred them with Honeybee, Perfect Art, and Deer Puffy. So Big Monster is going to be next. Royal Robin, I don't know if I'm going to breed with him. He got a title. He has okay stats, but that's nothing crazy. Crimson Art's still very consistent. All A's and B's except for power. Art of Crimson, average. Too many C's and D's for me, though. An Absurd Dream, average stats, but too fast peaking. So I'm still only going to stick to Vivid Legend and Crimson Art for the most part. Royal Robin I may try, just because I feel like his stats are pretty solid, but realistically, Vivid Legend or Crimson Art is still the best. So we're going to breed Vivid Legend and Big Monster. But I am curious what the cost will be if I bred Royal Robin with somebody like Scabbit. 14k? Okay, what about Royal Robin and Honeybee? 14. I just like to get an idea. Deer Puffy, 12. Big Monster probably 12 as well. 14, almost 15K between Royal Robin and Big Monster. That's pretty interesting. Okay, what about Art of Crimson? What if I tried you with Dear Puffy? 7K? Wow. And then Big Monster? 9K. Alright, what about... We're going to do one more, I'm just curious. If I did Crimson Art and Big Monster, this would be 10K only. It's a lot lower than I thought. Well, we're going to do Vivid Legend now. I'm just curious, what would Scabbit be? 16K? Almost 17K? Vivid Legend and Scabbit. I mean, we would get a turf horse with a sustained growth type, mid-leg type, and distance middle to long. That might be something to do in the future, but of course we're going to do Big Monster. Cost 17K, that's what I like to see. And you look at both of the stats, we should get a horse with A to B speed. Braking I don't care about, that should hopefully be C ranked. Staying will be B. Stamina should be A or B, which is fantastic. Power should probably be C or D still, that's fine. Feel should be B-ish, C-ish. Temper and Guts should be B range, close to it for both of those, maybe A for Temper. Response, we're going to breed that out of Big Monster. We're going to get rid of that ugly E response and get that up to some normal numbers. That'll help out a lot. And then health, at least Big Monster does have good health. So we'll get a turf horse, middle to long distance. The leg type should stay about the same, is what it is. I'd prefer a little bit further, a little bit closer towards the front, but we'll do that. It's the most expensive breeding we have done, and we are successful. So that went well, and can't wait to see what we get. As far as our full that we still have, Dear Vivid Dream, he is 4 stars across the board from Vivid Legend to Dear Puffy. His discipline was his highest stats for a while, but now everything is caught up to it. So he should be 5 stars. I have a feeling this will be stronger than Vivid Legend, than Crimson Art and Dear Puffy. Technically, that colt, this is his half sister, same mother, different fathers. I feel like that colt between Vivid Legend and Dear Puffy is going to be better than his half-sister who we're looking at now. I feel like his stats should be a lot better. They should be. Hopefully. Maybe not, but I think they will, at least in the important categories. But the thing is, her feel's going to hit 80, her temper's going to hit 80. I mean, she's still developing quite nicely. She's turning out to be strong, but we need more grade 1 wins. Like, she's got to start winning now. So hopefully that happens. So Perfection will be racing here soon, and then I'm just doing another one. This will be Vivid Legend and Big Monster. Alright. So yeah, future's looking good. I think we have horses to build some good lines right now. I think we are. We can still get a lot stronger. That's the thing. This game, you're limited with racing, so it's going to take you longer to progress unless you're just buying the best horses right out the gate. Deep Delight's in this field. It's going to give us a problem. Crazy Winner too. Both of these horses we struggled with previously. We have a chance, and this is Elliott Cup, but Deep Delight, the favorite. Crazy Winner is not going to be too far behind. I'm going to need a revolution here, for sure. So we're going to need a perfect start, good positioning, and good feel for the whole race. We get a Revo, we should be able to win, like hands down. I think a Revo will definitely put us right where we need to be. Yeah, we definitely need a revolution here. I think to have the best chance at actually winning. I'm sick of seeing Wonderful Zero for track records. Is that a horse I need to focus on? Is that what the game is telling me? Okay, I'm keeping an eye on Deep Delight. We're going to save as much ground with deep, to be a legend as possible. Run him the same way I've always been running him. Like, I don't mind running him in last place, 15 lengths off the lead like this, 5 lengths almost from the nearest horse. I don't mind it because I know he's a true closer. As long as I get him going right, I know he will make up the lost ground, so not worried. Now this is the time I want to start the move here. Start to move up just a little bit. We're still doing very good on stamina. We've saved a lot, so I can start to move him. Start to move him. We have to really run on the outside here, which is a bit annoying, but it's outside of my control. No Revo. Got a long way to go with Be a Legend. Can we close the gap? Very good. There's from outside. Oh, look at this. This is the speed, man. This is the speed I'm talking about. We're coming. It's not going to be a win, though. Too late. It's going to be third place. Definitely could have won that, but they were still 8 wide at the front. Like, that's what I mean. I just get bad luck with the AI, because if they were at least 3 wide at the most, that's on the stretch. But if they were 3 or 4 wide max, we could have saved a lot more ground and won that race. They were 8 wide, like, and this is a horse I need to run on the outside. That ability helped us out a lot, so like I need to run him on the outside. I prefer to do that, and I actually have a reason to. They're running 8 wide, like I can't do much about that. Only thing is, maybe I should have gotten them closer towards the front. Could have beaten them to the punch, but it is what it is. 6 stats, over 70. He's developing nicely, showing no signs of slowing down. How many races have I run? I think I did Catch This Gal and then Be a Legend. So I have no idea. And then he just finished 3rd. Alright. I'm in the Britain 2000G, I guess. Golden Derby, maybe. Young Mile Cup. I just need grade 1 wins with him, to be honest. If I win this one, that means we are getting closer to... If we win this with him, we'll only need 3 more for the Mile Champ. Or All-Rounder. So, I'd rather try to win the easier grade 1s with them right now. So he'll be next. Catch This Gal, she finally moves up to B rank, which is great. 6 stats, again in the 70s. 2 of them are about to hit 80s. Like, she really is developing nicely here, people. She really is. But like I said, we have to start winning now. We really do. So the pressure's certainly on in that Long Beach. Hopefully we can get it done. Of course, just guts training. I will maybe try to start practicing speed training. Maybe we'll take a break here in a little bit, and I'll do a practice session and see how it goes. But balance training is what I really want to get better at. Like, I wish I could memorize what I do for the guts training, and maybe I can. Maybe I should do the balance training like how I do my guts training. Are you kidding me? My right analog stick is going bad, and I don't even use this thing, except for Gallop Racer. So, like, I don't even understand why the stick is bad. But yeah, maybe I can memorize most of that. It's usually, you know, analog sticks to the opposite directions, or I'll just say left, right, up, down. No, making no sense. It essentially does a method of side, forward, side, forward. That's basically how the training is. And since I'm talking about it, let's actually just try it right now. Being good at stamina training could also help, but I'd rather do balance if I could, but let's see. So I just have to hit the target of 40 seconds. I struggle for it, but I know what I'm going to do now. What? Oh, come on. Okay, I finally cleared it under 40 seconds, but the score is so bad, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not good at that, so you still need good scores for that to work. I'm not good at that, apparently. Let me try stamina. We're just going to go through a couple of these. Guts training, to me, is still just the best to do. I'm going to hit stamina than speed. Temper, I don't really want to do. Like, I'm not really bothered by my horses if they have a little bit of a temper, as long as it doesn't totally disrupt their race, which we haven't had to deal with that in a long time. So, I'm not worried if a horse has, like, a lower stamina rating. Oh, I just noticed, the updates that you buy for your training facilities actually show up here in the training. I wasn't even paying attention. So this is stamina training? Why have I not... Oh, the left whip. Yep. It's so hard for me to get good with that. I know I could practice. So stamina is only bad because of the left, and again, those low 70 scores, I just don't even know if that's worth doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather hit 90s on the guts. As much as I wish. Let me do speed now. Balance, I wish I could be better at, but to get excellence, I don't know what to do. And to still hit it in the, you know, get that done under the right time, the target time for balance training, it's not really worth it. I don't think it is. Speed training is pretty easy. I know there's some left whips in here somewhere, aren't there? So could I just do this for balance training? Would this even work? That's the best I've ever done. And it's 98. And I can't even keep that. Okay, so I can't do speed training then. I should always at least be able to clear higher than an 85. So I can do speed training. Balance training is so confusing. Like, I've looked it up, and, like, nobody really has any definitive... I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to do it the same way I did speed training. See if that does anything. Of course, you guys... I probably should have told you to skip through if you didn't care, but I think this is important stuff, because some people seem to believe that, like, it makes a huge difference, and I'm not really saying it like that yet. I can't get good, man. That was... Okay, whatever, bro. Balance training is going to take a lot of practice. I mean, a lot of practice. Who wants to really go through the time? And I still don't even think it helps out that much. I think if you get bad... I think the main thing with training is if you get bad results, like if you score really lowly, that's the only time I think you're hurting your horse. But if you're still scoring higher than like a 75, 80, I think your horse is still going to turn out however it turns out, more or less. So we're up in the Young Mile Cup. We should be the favorite, as I thought. There's nobody in this field that I'm even worried about. 3 years old now. He's at 6 stats above 70. He's developing very nicely. Let's just go ahead and get him his third Grade 1 win. And this will be at 8 furlongs. All right. Young Mile Cup here for Be a Legend. This should be an easy win. Don't do anything stupid. Run your race. Kramer's king with the record. I've looked up so much stuff. I haven't found one clear answer on how to unlock him in this game. So if anybody knows, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But just to let you know, I've searched. Nobody has definitively said this is exactly how you unlock Kramer's king in 2003. So I don't know if it's that much of a mystery. I don't know if it's hard. I don't know if just nobody cares about him as a horse, so they just figure it's not worth it. But I would like to use him in this game or 2004. Preferably this game, maybe. I think it'd be awesome to run with him in this game for the longer distance races, but I don't know. Okay, Be a Legend. I'm going to get him moving now to make sure we're not... Okay, bad. We're still okay. We're still okay. No Rebel for Be a Legend. Still got the 11 to the inside. Reeling that horse in. And there we go with Be a Legend. He's gone. Easy grade 1 win considering I totally botched the stretch run. This horse is... He's a true closer. I mean, he destroys the field. He destroys the field. Holy cow. Holy cow. I was so confident about that win. I already wrote it down in my spreadsheet before I actually put it down on my tracking paper for highlight clips. Let's go. What else can I say? From Vivid Legend and Honeybee. He runs like his mother. And he has the responsiveness of his father. He feels a lot like Honeybee for sure. He feels a lot like his mother. And like I said, he has a sustained growth type, which is fantastic, man. Still a lot of winning to come with him. Young Mile Cup, excuse me. I think I was calling it Young Crown Cup or something else, but it's a grade 1 win. I'm not going to watch the replay back. We won that by 3.5 lengths with ease. Absolutely dominates. Be a Legend. 3rd grade 1 win. He's chasing the mile champ or the mid champ. Let me see. He's chasing the mile champ title. 3 more grade 1 wins at 8 furlongs. We'll be good to go. As far as the title is concerned, Horse of the Year would be nice. Mid champ will probably work on eventually as well. All rounder would be cool. I think that's possibly doable with him, but we'll see. So again, I'm still trying to track like this whole like unlocking the GWS thing. I mean, 3-year-olds win 5 races, 5 grass. Hold on. It's such an annoying way to unlock the GWS. Like it's actually pretty. I'm not a fan of it. Like why make it so difficult to unlock the GWS? And granted, obviously with the right horses, it's not as big of a deal. But still, it's like it's a nuisance. It's an annoying way of unlocking something. Like I hate when video games do that. They give you something good, they make you go through like the dumbest stuff. Like it doesn't really feel rewarding. I like challenging things. It's a weird, difficult way of getting to it. I wouldn't even say it's really a challenge because it's just forcing you to do certain things that just kind of disrupt the flow of the game to me. I mean, this is a 3-year-old only race. So if he wins that, that should count. If he wins 5 of those this year, that'd be nice. But I'm just going to have to win when I win. And just hope they eventually will unlock it. But it's so stupid. It's like the GWS will not pop up for me until we unlock it. It's a little bit obnoxious, don't you think? It'll just be sitting there. And until I complete all this, and there's no way to track it. That's the crazy thing. So like you don't know if you're 2 races away in a certain category or 10. It's yeah, one thing about this game I don't like. I wish it would at least give you some indication of where you are, but there's like 0. Like, I'm trying to just be mindful about tracking wins that I think I still need, but that's all I can do. It's just going to pop up randomly one day after we win a grade 1. I'm going to be like, oh, well, now we finally got it. Because the thing is, we need the GWS. You know what I mean? Which will also help us for the Hall of Fame. Because the thing is, you have to win a GWS race in this game to even go into the Hall of Fame. Until I get the GWS, none of my horses will go into the Hall of Fame. Like, that's disappointing. All because the GWS is in a very stupid, difficult way of unlocking it. That's, you know, so it's like, ugh. I don't want to breed with the thought of just trying to unlock the GWS, but it's like I may have to start thinking about that. Like, Absurd Dream may be a sire I have to use to try to get that 3-year-old 5 grass G1s for 3-year-olds only. I swear I've done that, but I don't know. Anyways, Regal S with Cassius Gal, and better odds, finally. Still not the favorite, but I mean, expected to finish 6th. Golden Monsters in this field. Secret Partner. Point being is, Cassius Gal, her odds are looking better. Her stats are still getting better. She's pretty consistent. She's always finishing higher than her odds. Her stats are, she has 7 stats now, above 70. We just need to start winning grade 1s with her. That's it. I feel like it's coming. Hopefully. Maybe today. Maybe today. I really do have to work on getting her into her preferred position to help try to get revolutions. I haven't really been doing that. I've just kind of been running her however sees fit. And what do you know? Perfect Art. That's the record here. I remember that race. That was a crazy, crazy fast race. But yeah, with Cassius Gal, a revolution would certainly help. So I'm actually just going to keep her like... I'm going to keep her right here. She should be good about her positioning. And we're already close to the front, so that means we can strike in a pretty good position. And hopefully hold the lead. Now, is the rail open? See, the rail isn't really open. I don't think it is. She has very... No, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I can't tell. I always think there's a gap, and then sometimes, like, the game doesn't consider it a gap. But I think the rail is actually open for us, which would do a big deal for us. I think the rail is open. Oh yeah, it actually is. Okay, the rail is open. Great runoff. No revo, but great runoff from Cassius Gal. Come on, show us what you got. You are from Crimson Art. A furlong left to go, and down the stretch we come. Cassius Gal still in front. The 5 is trying to reel her in. Come on, stay in front. She's going to get her first grade 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow. Oh, I wish I was recording this during the daytime so I could, like, go bananas. We had a very easy trip. I ran the race the way we needed to run it with her. Her first grade 1. About time. About freaking time, man. That is exactly what you want to do. And now she's showing that she is a grade 1 winner and grade 1 ready. Weren't even the favorite in that race. So that's an awesome result. She gets her first G1. Wow. So happy. So happy. That was 8 furlongs. Alright. It's exactly what needed to happen. It's exactly what needed to happen. That inside trip helped us out a lot. Oh no, and that track, it always does. It always does. Always helps you. So happy about that. And I think there's more of that to come because she is getting better. She was able to hold that. With more stamina, she could have stayed out in front even longer. That's the only reason why that horse started to catch us. And running her closer towards the front did benefit her. I feel like I haven't done that in all of her races, especially within the last year, which is probably why we've lost quite a few. I was running her a little bit further back. Maybe she wasn't comfortable with that, and it was kind of hurting her performance. But, I mean, we have the inside rail here. You can't ask for a better trip than that on a track like this. Just drive right off. And there goes Catch This Gal from Crimson Art out of Deer Puffy. 5 was coming, but we had the rail. We kept good momentum. She stayed strong until the end to get her first Grade 1 victory. That's at 8 furlongs. So I would like to work on like a mile champ title. I think that's doable with her. I mean, she was 6th and she wins that with no revolution. This is what I mean. She's been such a consistent horse over the course of her career. Now we should be able to win Grade 1s regardless of what our odds really say. Let's go. That's a fantastic win. Last month, a preparation for perfection. I'm going to try speed training. That actually didn't go over too bad. Let me give it a shot at this point, and then we'll see what his stats are. The half-brother would be a legend. Should be very interesting to see how he does. Yeah, I love his look, actually. I think the black and yellow hood with the white and black bandages really suit him well. Oh, come on. These goods are messing me up, bro. We need better than that. Okay. See if we can keep this up. My analog sticks just don't want to move. But 85 isn't terrible. My analog sticks, they just do not want to move on that. So let's see what his stats are going to be. '70 speed already, 93 response. Everything else is blah, 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 blah. So turf horse 6 to 8, good leg type. 48 stam. Okay. I feel like we just got perfect art with just like some added Vivid Legend stats. That's what I'm really feeling. I don't want to judge the horse, but that's a little bit underwhelming. He's already D ranked. That's not terrible, but Closer and Bears. It's the only bad thing about Vivid Legend. I hate that ability. And with bad stamina, if he gets tired, he's done. Yeah, his stats are very underwhelming, actually. Very underwhelming. Because Be a Legend, his stats look completely different. His half-brother, let's look. This is Be a Legend stats, only 1 year older. Same father, different mother, right? These are his stats. Same father, different mother. And then his half-brother here, same father, different mother. You know what I mean? Like, that's a drastic difference. So clear to say, I think Vivid Legend and Perfect Art is not the way to go statistically. So I have no expectations for perfection. Not really. Again, no expectations. He has Closer and Bears. Closer is good. Bears will suck. And he has 48 stamina. Ugh. I might just keep him on balance and stamina training. I don't think there's anything else worth training. Balance, stamina, balance, stamina. 6 to 8, so he's a sprinter. So we're only going to go for sprinter titles. Fair enough. So if we can get that with him, that'd be cool. But to be honest, unless he ends up dominating and overachieving, I don't think I want to use him as a sire. Because, like, why would I mean, these stats, I don't want to carry this over to another foal. I don't plan on retiring perfection for breeding. So let's just try to win with as much as we can with him, regardless. Like, even if, like, grade 1s aren't available, or if we struggle to win those, doesn't matter. I just want to win as much as I can. And if I do retire him, I mean, just to see what his rank and classification would be. Would I replace him with any of the sires of Sir Dream? No, no. Art of Crimson, maybe. Royal Robin? Art of Crimson. Slow pace, not good, and Closer. Yeah, I would replace Art of Crimson for sure. So, like, if I did want to see what his breeding ranks were going to be, I just let go of Art of Crimson. Wasn't planning on using him for breeding anyway, so. But, yeah, Perfectionist stats, They look like perfect art stats, like I said, with the occasional Vivid Legend high stat in there. And then, yeah. So, it is what it is. We're moving on. It's the Mars Stakes here in London with Be a Legend. Not the favorite. We don't need to be. Cutting Crystal is here, and that's the only horse I'm worried about. Perfect Partner's here as well. I know her. We've had her. She's a fast filly, but I think Be a Legend is still faster at this point, for sure. So let's try to win him. This will be his 4th grade 1, and this is at 8 furlongs. Yeah, let's try to get him another grade 1 here. I do wonder when he's going to peak. Because we haven't retired. I mean, this is the first Vivid Legend foal we've legitimately been able to use. So I don't know how long this growth type goes. It's the same sustained growth type as Crimson Art, but I don't know if the foals will peak at the same point that Crimson Art peaked or sooner. I don't know if they'll peak at the same level of Vivid Legend or sooner. Like, Vivid didn't start dropping off until almost 7 years old. So I hope that's the case for Be a Legend, because that means he could end up being like a super horse. He's still only 3 right now, so. But, you know, Crimson Art and Vivid Legend have sustained growth types, the same growth types, but I don't know if their foals will peak at different points. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know if Vivid Legend foals will peak like Crimson Art foals did or not. But yeah, perfection stats, they're definitely underwhelming for sure. I hope he'll still be a solid racehorse. I was just expecting better stats, but it is what it is. Like I said, we're not going to probably breed with him. We'll retire him in that slot, see what we're looking at, but that's honestly all I could see us doing. Good run. No Revo. But Be a Legend, he's so fast, man. We got the 6. The 5 is still beating us. And Cutting Crystal actually just destroys the field. And there's Bears. 5th. Wow. That's it's not at all what we expected. Supposed to finish 3rd D on the stretch. Yeah, I don't really know what I could have done. Going sooner obviously would have hurt us even more, and going later, I don't know if we would have made it going later. I still think that was a race I probably should have kept him a little bit closer to the front, or closer towards the pack, and not had him drift off so much, especially with those horses in the field, but it is what it is. Cassius Gal, your stats are looking very solid. She's ready for the summer GP. I say let's do it. I mean, her stamina is at 62. I think she could win that. I think she could win the summer GP. Yeah, you are still developing, I think. I hope. I think he's still developing. Hope his stats aren't dropping. Father's definitely sustained growth type, so he shouldn't be peaking anytime soon. Summer sprint. Let's try that. Counts for classification as well. So we're about to be 2 hours into this episode, and I still plan on doing another 2. I am for sure. So pretty tough field. Silly Hawks here, Blitzen. Cassius Gal is actually the no, Silly Hawk's the favorite. We're second favorite. Like, we're actually getting some much better love in the market. So that tells me that she's pretty much ready to win another grade 1 anytime now. Hopefully it's this one. But again, I'm not going to have any crazy expectations. I just want to do as well as we can with Cassius Gal, titles or not. Win as many grade 1s as we can. And that's really about it. That's all we can do. And I think her stats make her worthwhile to retire over Dear Puffy. I think so at this point. I hope so. Gets us something different to use as well. I mean, we've used Dear Puffy with everybody except for Absurd Dream. I don't know if that would work or not, to be honest. Not sure if Absurd Dream and Dear Puffy would give me what we want. Probably not, honestly. Maybe for a fast horse, you know, a fast peaking horse within 1 year, sure, but long term though. I'm hoping Vivid Legend and Big Monster give us a literal monster. Get rid of that bad response rating and you take both of the stats of both of those horses and combine them. I really do hope that horse, colt or filly, is the best of both of their parents. Big Monster would have been fine without that bad response rating. Like, she really would have. That's what was so frustrating about her. That response rating made everything else obsolete, basically. Like, it just made it so hard to even have a chance at winning. She needed a response rating at least in the low 50s, and that would have made a huge difference. Catch this gal. We're still kind of stuck in traffic here. Drift her to the outside. Let's see what she does. She's got a good run. Very good run. Very good run. Furlong and a half left to go. The 11 is still out there. There's our ability with stretch burst. Can she win her second grade 1 down the line? We come here. The 11 is still in front. Ah, oh, that's a tough race, man. Gosh dang it. We were the favorite. What? The 11 horse stuck with us the whole way. Ah, man. Freaking Silly Hawk. No, we weren't the favorite. Silly Hawk was. Okay, duh. Forgot. I literally forgot that quickly. So that makes you feel a lot better. Because you see, if we were supposed to win that S on the stretch, okay, I'll take it. It's a decent effort. It's a real decent effort. Silly Hawk's an amazing horse, so not upset at that. Psh. Wish we could have won it. I haven't gotten a revolution with her in a while, though. I don't know what I'm doing wrong exactly. Might be her feel. Oh, man. Almost. Almost. It's just grade 1s for now with her, so. Chicago, Super Mile. I'd rather run in the Super Mile. I know that'll be a tougher race, but like I said, at this point, we just need to do what we can with her. Yep. Yeah. She's doing okay. Like I said, I clearly expect better. But no more expectations. Every time I do it, I jinx it. I always jinx it. I did what I'm doing with Catch This Gal, what I did with Art of Crimson. Both from Crimson Art, ironically. So I'm definitely jinxing it, 100%. And it could also be a sign that he really only works with certain broodmares as well. For like giving you like really good foals that can win. I feel like every horse from Vivid Legend should be pretty decent, I think. But then again, Vivid Legend and Perfect Art gave their son Perfection not great stats, even though he should have a sustained growth type. So it's probably the same for all the sires. You just have to put them with the right mares. They're not going to work well with everybody, but it's a summer sprint here for Be a Legend. Not the favorite. Unique Melody is. We certainly have a chance to do something decent here, though, at least. So, yeah. Love my little candies. Let's see what we can do here, though. The horses are on the track. The horses are on the track. Let's see if we can get this win here with Be a Legend. It's going to be a tough one, but I think if we run this right, it's definitely doable. Sparking Nova with the record here, and I swear that horse is in this field somewhere. This horse is, yeah, Sparking Nova is literally here. Like, that's just fantastic. Where is that horse? There you are. Alright. Gonna move to the outside. Well, I can't now, really. We have plenty of stamina. Let me get rolling up right now. No ability. We're chasing Sparking Nova. Or no, we're not. That's the 12 horse we're all chasing. Be a Legend is fighting as hard as he can. We're not getting the win here today. What happened? Bears? Yep. That's so disappointing. It's another 6th place result. So that's 2 G1s in Europe we struggled to win with Be a Legend. He does have a bad power rating, right? He's supposed to finish 9th. He finished 6th, actually. We're supposed to finish 9th in that race? I didn't even pay attention to that, actually. I think his power rating is bad, though, so running him in Europe would not be smart. 52 power, I mean, it's not terrible, but it doesn't help in those races, and he's still developing. Yeah, and that's the 2nd time we've hit bears with him in Europe. We haven't hit bears with them on most of the North American circuits, so I probably need to keep him away from Europe at this point. Don't really want to do that. I'll put him 6.5. That'll be the last one. Shorter distance, maybe we'll have a chance. That's all I can do, though. That's all I can do. But I will keep on rolling. That does it for today's episode. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.